A few years ago, artificial intelligence was a chaotic, highly public spectacle. Everyone was playing with generative chat interfaces and testing out the latest digital party tricks. And then, that noise condensed into something silent. Mainstream attention in AI subsided as the technology migrated away from consumer apps and behind closed corporate firewalls. Inside those offices, companies face friction. Friction is the hidden operational waste that bleeds capital every day. It's the hours spent manually reconciling ledgers, the blind spots in a global supply chain, and the recurring administrative loops that stall growth. The most successful startup founders of 2026 recognized the strain. They moved away from building general-purpose AI and instead developed highly targeted software designed to eliminate specific, documented points of friction. Solving actual operational headaches generates a predictable return on investment. The massive fortunes of the current tech cycle belong to the companies building the invisible infrastructure of global commerce. We can divide these successful businesses into specific categories, starting with the automators. These are systems that have the authority to autonomously execute tasks that previously required human oversight. In a typical customer service department, internal agents now monitor incoming complaints, check inventory levels, authorize replacements, and process refunds. The system updates the client's account ledger without requiring a manual confirmation for every step. This sorting process is critical in legal and finance. Thousands of complex contracts, the chaotic red nodes seen here, pass through a filtering boundary. The system scans for compliance risks and reconciles ledgers in the background, neatly sorting data into clear, approved pathways. For a mid-sized corporation, this level of automation handles high-volume, repetitive data entries. By clearing the routine backlog, the system allows human teams to focus on managing high-stakes exceptions and edge cases that the AI flags for review. Operating at machine speed is a benefit, but the primary value of an automator is reducing human error in foundational workflows. Consistency in these tasks protects businesses from the costly fines associated with accounting mistakes. The second category of successful platforms are the oracles. While automators manage present workflows, oracles analyze data to prevent physical or logistical failures. Look at the schematic of an industrial turbine. By processing sensor data, AI tracks stress levels, isolating microscopic fractures weeks before a breakdown occurs. Zooming out, this logic applies to global logistics. Algorithms forecast shifting demand and climate impacts, automatically rerouting networks to reduce waste. In manufacturing plants, international shipping fleets, and commercial agriculture operations now rely on these predictive models to maintain their margins and prevent downtime. Predictive AI becomes a standard budget item because the software cost is often offset the moment it flags a single catastrophic failure that would have otherwise halted production. Engineering a powerful tool is only the first step. To scale an AI startup, founders must implement a monetization strategy that aligns with corporate goals and captures the value they create. This graph charts outcome-based pricing. Instead of flat subscriptions, vendors tie revenue to results. As client operating costs plummet, the AI vendor captures a percentage of the saved capital. But scaling requires careful cost management. Sudden spikes in infrastructure demands can quickly erode profit margins. To remain viable, these tools must integrate into existing corporate software. Most businesses avoid platforms that force them to retrain staff, preferring AI that plugs directly into the ERPs and CRMs they already use. An AI business model survives by embedding itself into an existing workflow, managing its own computing costs, and demonstrating a mathematical return on investment for the client. In 2026, artificial intelligence functions as a standard operational requirement. It is embedded into the background of corporate software, acting as a functional utility rather than a separate experiment. Generic one-size-fits-all platforms have lost market share to hyper-specific, industry-focused solutions that are built to address the unique constraints of sectors like logistics or healthcare. For founders, the path to profitability starts with a problem, not a capability. Identify an expensive, mundane inefficiency and build a bridge over it. Success in this field requires deep industry knowledge, strict data governance to protect sensitive client information, and a user experience that fits naturally into daily routines. The most powerful technologies eventually fade into the background and become essential infrastructure. The wealth of the future belongs to the builders who turn public magic into private functional systems.